Hello and welcome back to Stage 2, the Kevin Enframe Memorial Rally, the Toyota Hilux stages. We're just about to start Stage 2, but before we begin, can I advise that you do not click on any of the links apart from the coverage that is being linked on the Harlech Facebook page, the Harlech and District Motor Club Facebook page. Just click on that one, there's some spam ones going around. But here we've got Tom and Sarah. They're currently 10th overall, they're the first car on the stage. Number 1 is in the mix, so car number 2 is running as the first car on the rally. They have launched into the stage, still dry, still cold. I can hear them going round. It all sounds very good. Now, we have got some more camera shots. We've actually got a brilliant camera down by the hairpin, which we'll hopefully show you shortly once they get round, because it's all the way around the other side of the stage. This stage is 9.25 miles, and this is car number 3. Now, car number 3 is Steve North and Ian Jones, and they're currently 11th at the moment. Car number 4 is Richard Merriman, who's just come to the start line. He is looking to get a trophy today to take home to Kath Kersen. And Richard is currently 2nd overall, so it looks very positive that he should bring a trophy back. And Richard has done this event. He's actually won it before, and he's really going to go for it to get that trophy for Kath. Off he goes, holding no prisoners. Darian's always performed so well at Harlech because of these long straights, but they have got plenty of trains this year if you have a look at the stage maps. Now have a look at the rallylivetiming.info for your overall results. Just having a quick look, there has been a real shake up on who's where. So this is car number 5, Dan Humphreys and Johnny Tad Evans. Now Dan has only just done one stage in this car, a couple of miles, so he's using this as a test, but again he's absolutely launching into this. Now Dan, having a look at the results, is actually 3rd overall. So Dan, the Skoda Fabia R5, who's just had it converted to right-hand drive, is actually 3rd overall. If you have a look on the results, that's a really good result considering that they haven't driven that car very much. Now car number 6, Andrew Turner and Ross Green, great to see them back to stage 2. Car number 6 is actually 8th overall, so Andrew and Ross is 8th overall on the stage times, although it's all looking very close. Andrew's only a second behind the next 3 cars, and they're all on the same second. This is going to be very exciting. Car number 7, you've got Anthony Morgan and Paul Bevan. Again, it's Paul's first time doing Harlech, who's a very experienced navigator. And there he goes, off he goes, Anthony in car number 7. He's only done Dixie Challenge this year, so it's great to see him again doing his 2nd rally of the year. They're very smart, Darian. Again, they've done the first stage, but it's warming those tyres up again and everything else. Getting back into the swing of things. Car number 8, we've got Craig. Now Craig, you've got a very nice surname. I'm probably going to not do it justice, but Craig in his very tidy Escort has got Kevin Lewis sitting next to him navigating, and off they go on the start. He's actually 5th overall at the moment, sharing the same second as the 2 cars behind him, so he's going to have to keep on pushing for this stage and try and get a bit of a gap going. So we've got car number 9, which is Ian Taylor, who's normally in the navigator's seat, but it's great to see him trying out driving. He's looking to compete in Ireland next year. His wife's watching as well, so saying quick hello. And off the start line, let's see where Ian is. Now this chicane had a slight adjustment by one of the competitors, so the marshals have just had to put it back into place, but they've done a cracking job and moved it back. So we've got one of the R5s, Richard Owen Morgans. Oh, good to see that we've got the camera in the right place. Looking forward to seeing more of that later on this stage. Car number 10, Richard Owen Morgans, with Robert Cargill sitting next to him. Car number 10 is 9th overall, made up just that one place, still in the top 10. The stage is 9.25 miles, so they can really get the teeth into it. We've got 3 splits, which is keep the navigators on their toes, ready to go. Car number 11, which I believe is on the start line. Sounds like they've launched. That's Tom Evans and Jack Morris. So it's the second time doing this left-hander, and we just caught the tail end of that escort going around the hairpin right. Now, Carnival 11's just gone through the chicane. I can hear a car come around for the second time now, so they've got 3 splits, so it's going to get very busy. Car number 12 is Stephen Morris, and that's Jack Bowen. Beautiful car. Did Harlech last year. Now, car number 12 is on a mission by the looks of things. Although he's down to 27th, so let's see how this stage goes for him. If you want to keep up on the timing, have a look on the rallylivetiming.info. That's Richard Merriman coming around for the second time with his hot tyres, looking to keep his second or even try and get a first, but he's currently second at the moment. Car number 13, we've got Tony Davis and Ellie Williams. Again, just catching the tail end of that hairpin. You can see number 5, that's Dan in car number 5. Oh, really committed round that left-hander. Oh, this is where it's going to get close to the chicane. Let's see what happens. Dan's keeping a respectful distance away from the Darien there. I have to watch that space. Now, car number 15, lovely crew, had a chat with them this morning. Can't miss the car. Car number 15 has got John Lewis and Jade Phillips. So John said he just wants to have a good time, and he was going to opt for softs. So I wonder if he's still on them now. A lot of the field were on mediums. Oh, look at that escort. He's fair play. What a wag he had going on there. All about enjoying yourself, and that's the best things about Mark IIs. You can see them really going for it, getting the back end out. So car number 6 has just come round again for the second time. That's Andrew Turner, and on start line we've got car number 14. That's Neil Jones and Alan Thomas. And Neil has actually also got a Mott 2, but he said this Astra is faster, so he's going to stick to this car for this event because he knows how fast and fast it is. And this hairpin is just getting round to it. Almost ran out of room there, but pulled it back. Nice and neat Neil Jones through the chicane. Again, I can hear from where I'm sitting that we've got the cars going around for the second time round. This is Alan Welsby and Dan Parsons. He's had a full season of rallying this year. Just really try and bring it around that left-hander with those cold tyres. And again, we're going to have a very busy chicane here at Parts. Oh, nearly a little bit of lock up there. Enthusiastic, but he's going to try and keep that gap with the escort behind. Car number 17, Richie Williams and David James Price. He's had this BMW for a little while. It's rear-wheel drive. Got a bit of weight overhanging at the back, which will make it good fun to watch around that hairpin that we've got. Nicely done around that left-hander. Oh my goodness me. From this angle, that looks very close, but I think 9 was being very respectful. Fair play. That's Ian Taylor in number 9, that Evo. He's got plenty of experience. He'll know what to do there. And flying down that straight, that is a really long distance. You've got car number 2, that is Tom and Sarah. Sarah has come back into navigating after a big break. That's car number 19, that was Craig Bower and Chris Whittle. That's Craig Bowler and Chris Whittle. And they did Harlech last year but retired, so they're looking to get a good finish for this year on the medium tyres, and they want a flat out day, and they would like to keep it dry, please, if possible. To be fair, it still looks pretty dry even though it's cloudy. I'll keep an eye on that. Car number 20, that's Ian Barkley and Charlotte McLash. Ian did Rally Barbados this year, and his son is competing in the minis a bit further down the field, but Ian said that he was going to do this in a Darien but wasn't ready in time, so he had to opt for the Evo. It's not too bad having a second car, is it really? They just pick up the pace so quickly there. Now, car number 21, Daniel. Daniel is a very fast driver, but his service crew said, don't break it and keep the engine in last time, because apparently it fell out for the last rally. So it's sponsored by Groom's Garage. Is that Richard Merriman going back round again? 3 splits in this one. You've got a lot of space there, but you've got to make sure you tuck it back in for the exit. And that was Daniel just taking it round the chicane. Yeah, that was Richard Merriman going round again. He's second overall at the moment. Got a third escort there. Going round for the second time, I believe. Car number 22, that's Andrew Owen and Robbie Sanford. Robbie is a Motorsport UK Academy driver, and Andrew wants it to be a wet rally. That's Daniel coming back round again in his R5. Oh my goodness me, this has got to be tight. This is going to be very close. Now, because there's 3 splits, now we've got Chris out on the cameras here just trying to get the best shots for you. Just bear with us while we try and get the best coverage, because we've got a lot of cameras out there today trying to give you more coverage than ever. Car number 23, Gary Edgington and Kevin Booth. Last 3 events have been good. He's done the Gareth Hall this year, and there's that car number 15 just going past in the yellow Darien. And Gary has just come off the start line. It's got Kevin Booth, and there we've got car number 15 coming around again. That's John Lewis and Jade Phillips. Wants to have a good result this time. Car number 24 is Conrad Law and Sophie Law. Very enthusiastic start. Very tidy car. If anyone wants to have a look at the timings, if you head over to rallylivetiming.info, and please just share this link. Don't go on any spammy looking ones, because there's a few that have popped up. Car number 25 is Dean Davis and Cameron Wheatley. Now, Mr. Davis said that he has to pray for dry weather because he's got no wet tyres, so he's hoping for a dry day. But he's done plenty of rallies in the past, and he's hoping for a good event with Cameron sitting next to him. But it's both the first time doing Harlech. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of cars out in the field with these 3 splits. Car number 26 on the start line. And that's Andy Evans and Nev Bold. He got a second in class last year in this car, so hoping for another good class result. Look at that. Well, they're having a great time. That's what it's all about. That was car number 17 having an absolute moment, but in a very good way. That's Richie Williams and David James Price. Car number 29, that's Steve Blackham and Karen Phelps. Karen, the navigator's got plenty of experience, and Steve has also got experience, but it's his first rally of the year. I've got that they've done Harlech 9 times. It is a favourite. It's just such a good fun event, and everyone is just so friendly. Wen is doing a great job organising the event. This is a great camera angle. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are too. Ooh. Enthusiastically going up to the start line of the marshals. That's car number 31 ready to go. But let's have a look at what happens through this split. Yeah, okay, nice and neat. So that's car number 18. That's Matt Lloyd, who got told that he would never walk again, but he is back here rallying. Fair play to him. Nicely prepared Subaru. I think he actually does paint work for a living, hence why it's so tidy. Car number 31 is Meridian Harries and Garrett Evans. Had 2 class wins this year. Really bringing its neck in first. And a very enthusiastic left-hander there. That hairpin that we keep having a look at, that's fairly close to where the split is here, as you can just see, following car number 21 again. And that's Daniel Sheep Jones, his name is. I don't know if he put the entry in, if it's navigated it. Car number 28 is there, that's Gethin Sharp and Kate Bannister. I don't believe they've been out this season, so it's nice to see them back. And spinning right over, as you can see, the dry weather of Harlech. Oh, what happened? Chris was trying to get a shot of him. Oh, he's made some aerodynamic changes to the car on the front. Hope it works for them and it stays on. So something has happened. Now that looks like, well, it's near the split. Having a quick look at the stage map. I wonder where that happened. Oops. Is that the end of the merge? Coming into the merge. And all those marshals spent all that time put those things together. Car number 33, as long as the crew are okay, that's the main thing. Ian Goff is on the start line. Got car number 15 coming round. Is that the last time they're coming round? Potentially. That's John Lewis and Jay Phillips. here, Ian is off the start line now with Peter leaning that BMW around. I believe they've had that car for a while. Nice and tidy, picking the braking point again. Just making sure they get the right entry there. What a hoot everyone's having around this hairpin. There's some very tidy looking escorts, as there usually is on the Welsh events. I'm just looking at the registration number. Car number 34, that's Rydian Evans and Claire Davis. Did Harlech and a Darien in 22 with Claire, and they were 28th overall. And they did it also in 2021 in a Mark II Escort as well. Now, when I said there's 6 classes in this event, did you see the back end come out there? And what fun. Again, there's quite a lot of room to exit here, but everyone's leaving it to the last minute to turn around that exit. Now, is 25 going to try and get him on the exit of the chicane, because you can't overtake during the chicane, it's not wide enough. No, he's obviously got a better exit out of there. Car in front of 25, I couldn't quite see who it was, sorry, but you guys at home might have spotted, but car number 37's on the start line. That's Lee Halfpenny and Andrew Sankey. Andrew's very experienced. The waving of hands there. Had a full season, but has had a few mishaps, but looking for a good event for this Harlech. Now, again, this is where the merge is. We're going to see a few cars just fly past. 26 just had a little bit of lock-up there, but that was Andy Evans and the car number 26 in front. So we're just waiting for car number 38, I believe, next. I can hear them at the start, but we're watching these super competitive drivers out there on the stage. So Andy Darlington should have just departed the start line with Josh Jones. Currently there's just so much action going on with the chicane there, we don't want you guys to miss it. Chris Rawls is out there, who's done a lot of work across different rallies. That's car number 29. That was Derry Hughes. This is number 77. He's been popped into the mix. This is actually Gary and Linda's son, who own Salter Motorsport, who always bring the most beautiful escorts to events, and they hire them out if everyone was interested. But their son is actually doing his first season of rallying, and as you can see, he's a very quick driver, really giving it his all. It's good to see that he's out on the stages. Can't believe he's not done it earlier. That's Luke Thomas. His name's Luke. Now, car number 27, we're over 27 now, so that is Andrew Brinkley and Helena Mayle. They've just departed the start. Keep an eye out for any oncoming vehicles, but no, they've had a nice clear entry into the chicane. We're trying out different places so you guys can see the action, and here we have this, I think it's Matt Lloyd in car number 18. They're always very heavy, these Subarus, trying to nail around to these hairpins. Car number 39 is Joe Piggott, and his father is also doing it as well. So Joe usually sits with John Fellows. I'm just going to put my teeth back in and apologise. There's Matt going round, so he actually had, broke his back and he's back running. Car number 38, Andy Darlington and Josh Jones. So there they are now. So it's second season with Josh as navigator, and it's the first time doing Harlech. There is a lot of action going on the chicane. Car number 32 is in the mix. Now, car 32 always tries to do this rally. It's his favourite. He's got a local business, as you can see down the side of his car. Oh, absolutely going for it. What fun. Car number 40, Emir Evans and Evan Jones are in car number 40. Third event of the year, and they did the Bordy stages and Lee Holland. This is all very tight, but it's just part of rallying, and it's a single venue event. You're going to have some overlaps, so you've just got to keep a cool head, give yourself some space. Car number 41, Jonathan Jones and Wyn Jones. Jonathan actually rolled here in 2021, But he's feeling positive, and he actually did autographs since he was 12 years old. So hoping to finish on all 4 wheels is exactly what he said yesterday at scrutineering, and I suppose that the mechanics would also agree with that as well. So 3 splits on this stage. So Carnival 42, Craig Kennedy and Jonathan Kennedy. So the Association of Northwestern Car Clubs say that it is an ANWCC qualifying round. Owen Hughes, car 45, is currently leading, and registrations for next year are now live on the website. Thank you very much, DBT. Hope you're keeping well. Okay, let's get back to the action. Car number 37, we've got Lee Halfpenny's just gone past there. Lots of cars on the stage in one go. Lee's looking very competitive. I've just had the Peugeot go off the line. That's car number 43. That's Jonathan Davis and Dylan Davis. Jonathan's had this car for a number of years now, but it's the second time I think they're doing Harlech. And again, having that advantage of a nice agile car to go through those chicanes. This beautiful Subaru. Now they've got to get round the chicane for the first time, because they didn't get round the chicane the first time they went round, but that was nice and neat. So you've got to get through it. The navigator's probably saying, get your brake point. And they've got round. They're into it anyway. Sure, they got through. Brilliant. I couldn't hear anything to suggest they didn't, so that's great to see that they got round. Owen Hughes in car number 45 and Chris Phillips. Now they are having a cracking season. Owen Hughes, I believe, is leading the ANWCC Championship by a comfortable lead, and his mum Sarah's watching today, and so they just want him to enjoy it, but normally she's navigating. It's a different kind of nerve watching his son do it, but it's his only second season, so doing a really good job. Here's the start of the minis. Car number 45, John Day and Corey Powell-Jones are on the start line at the moment, ready to go. We've got plenty of minis doing the mini championship as part of their rounds, and they've been all over this year. Oh, giving the best shot right there. Now that was nicely done, not too tight, giving each other the room that they deserve. There's plenty of championship points to be had. The ANWCC Championship is also the Heart of England, I believe, are doing it today as well. Car number 47 is Sean Ellis and Billy Renshaw. Now, if it is Billy, I think it's their first ever rally, but Sean's been rallying since 2013. He's only done Harlech once before, but he was very good friends of Kevin's. That's why he wanted to do this rally, which is a lovely reason to do it. Car number 48, Martin Williams and Martin Allwood. I think they did the both Wells stages for event. Did Harlech twice. Car number 32, having a great time as always. Caught them on camera having a little mishap last year, so we're not going to get that again this year. So 48, that's Martin off the start. And he's qualifying for the ANWCC Championship to get some points today. They're almost running out of room, the exit, but it's so wide. It's interesting to see how everyone's taking that line through there. Emir Evans in car number 40, with car number 38 hot on the heels. That's Andy Darlington just behind. And then we've got car number 49, the Mini Gareth Humphreys. Second was their best finish in the Mini Cooper Championship this year. It's got an Escort hot on their heels approaching the chicane at the same time. Car number 34, which is Bryn Jones and Brian Jones. Oh, it's so tight. Got past though, one piece. Car number 1. Now, car number 1 is further down the fields. This is Julian Fellows, and it's great to see that he's out again. His third season of rallying, sponsored by Genesis. Very tidy car. He's really picking up his pace. His mum's supporting him, watching him doing this rally this year. Oh, another wiggly Escort. Technical term. But it's cool that he's running number 1. Hopefully we'll see him again in the future running car number 1. Car number 51 is just on the start. That is Gary David Powell and Yvonne Powell as well. So they're part of the Epint Motor Club. First season rallying, they've got 2 thirds in classes, and number 44 has just nipped past through that merge, and that's Craig Kennedy and Jonathan Kennedy. Somebody locked up there. What's happened there? Something has happened in the chicane. We're just going to pan over though and see the action. Hopefully everyone's okay. Car number 50 is off the start line. That's Peter and Neris. They must have been clear. So there was a white car which looked very blended with the rest of the hay bales, but they've managed to get clear. Now car number 53 is actually a forest car, and Adrian Walker's driving and Arjun is navigating, but they said it's full forest spec, but they don't care. They're just here to have a good time and give it their best shot. It's the first time that Adrian is doing Harlech as a driver. So he's going to have to listen to his navigator. Oh, do you see that Escort just lift a wheel there? A lot of people say these events, you know, the smaller events and everything, but do you know what? Everyone just gives it the best shot and has a great time, and it's good to see that the competitors are really throwing themselves into it. Car number 54 is Jason Evans and Kerry Evans. Jason, lovely chap, spoke to him yesterday. He had open heart surgery a few years ago, and he was saying his doctor did a great job putting him back together, and he's out rallying. What a great way to help your recovery. Why not? And he's just going to pick his way through the chicane, nice and neatly done. Now this stage is longer than the last one, so I hope we can get a good flow going. Car number 52 is out on the stage now, and that is Cameron Barclay and Richard Farrell, and Cameron's dad's also doing the event in, I think it's the Evo, because he was going to do it at Darien, but he has a spare car. Now I believe Cameron won his class last year. That was really late on the brakes, fair play, and they've carried that speed and they've got through the chicane for the car that was behind Cameron then. Car number 46? 8? One of the minis doing a great job through the chicane. Car number 55, that is John Leslie Cartwright and Robert Leversley, holding both from the Telford Motor Club. Second stage of the day for them, having a nice clear section into the chicane before Sean Ellis comes through behind them. Car number 56 is Massey Piggott and Julian Monkley. Now Massey's son Joe is also doing this rally. That's car number 40 is speeding down there. That's Emir Evans and Evan Jones. So it's 3 splits on this stage, which is over 9 miles. Very close. There's just so much action going on, trying to get the best amount of coverage for you guys whilst showing everybody off the start line. So we've got car number 57, Arwell Jenkins and Siobhan Pugh. Siobhan's got loads of experience. Lucky Arwell having her as a navigator. He did Harlech in 2021, but unfortunately his head gasket went, so he's out today to have a play and get a good result. He's done 2 events this year, but normally he navigates in historics. Very late in the brakes there. I just heard the brake stock up there. I think that was car number 49, and that was Gareth Humphreys and Adam Burkle. On the start line we've got number 58. Now 58, Kai is actually a mechanic at the key sponsor for the event, the Toyota Harlech dealership, which is just down the road. And he's actually a very young driver, but fair play. It's only his 2nd season of rallying, and he was first in Class A last year. So great to see that he is running one of the sponsored cars, and he also knows how to fix it if he needs to. There's Julian just going past in car number 1, nice and smooth. Car number 42 is just whizzing past. It's a full entry this year. Some friends of mine wanted to do this, but they couldn't get an entry because it was just so rammed. It's good to see so many competitors out there. There's a lot of new people to the sport doing this event. Nice and neat through there, picking the way through. Well, that looked like fun. A little bit hairy, but really great to see. Car number 60, so this is Lauren Groves. She is sponsored by Lucas Oils, and she is having another season of rallying. I'm sure she's done a few now. She was first in class at the Menai stages, and it's great to see that she's out with Sean Rowland as the navigator. Now there's 6 classes, so hopefully she gets to win hers. Again, it'd be nice to have another class one under her belt for this year. Car number 61 is just heading off the start line. That's Guy Butler. He retired at the track rod, which was his last event, but it's his second time in the Mini Cooper doing Harlech. Here's this Forest setup, the K8. Ooh, he's just got past. Round the outside, but clean. See how car number 54 gets round. Everyone looks like they're having a good time, which is the main thing. Car number 62, now this is George Clark, and George Clark owns the rallycarforhire.co.uk website, and he's got a fleet of minis, so if anyone wants to hire a car, he's your man. George has done a pretty hectic season this year, and he's flying all over the world with his job as well, so fair play. He's keeping the energy levels up and still supporting rallying. He's very passionate about getting more people into the sport. Car number 64 on the start line, that's Josh Jones and Charlie Law. Usually they're in a Peugeot, I believe. Just trying to get the throttle down as quickly as possible to carry the speed around the left-hander. It's car number 27 coming round. It is a long stage for them. That's Andy Brinkley and Helena Mail. Oh, I keep thinking they're going to run out of room, but they just catch it every time. Car number 46, that was John Day and Corey Powell Jones, but we've just seen the courses head past. Car number 63, that's Gareth Hockley and Gareth Edwards. It's Gareth's first year back to rallying after a bit of a break. Car number 65 on the start line, that's Owen Kuehl and Matt Walk. Owen's the one who drove 191 miles today to get here. Oh, someone just missed that hairpin. Interesting. But Owen is driving home today after this rally, so he's going to look after the car. So the Mini's just really keeping out of the way to allow 56 to go past. I'm going to speculate, but I thought 56 is the one who went around the chicane, around the hairpin, but maybe not. Car number 60. 66. Ben Hersey. Yes, it's his first ever rally after doing 10 years of karting with Matthew Hersey, who's sitting next to him. He's usually a marshal, so it's great to see that he's in the car instead of out of the car. I hope it goes well for them today. That's car number 49 just powering down the straight there. Oh, bit of a brake clock there. It was Gareth Humphreys in the Mini. Another Mini, car number 67. That's David Andrew Davis and Johan Thomas. First time together. And they said, hello, Becky, if you're watching. Interesting registration plate. But it's the first year of doing stage rallies. They usually do night events, so the testing ready for next year. So good luck to them on this event. I hope they have a successful season next year. Number 68, Rhys Jones and Gareth Scruff Walters, Ammerford Motor Club. Rhys, I believe, is under the age of 18 because he had to have a parents' or guardian signature when he signed on, what the organiser said. It's another young competitor coming into the sport. Julian going past. So there's 3 splits in this stage. If you guys are watching, please make sure that you only click onto this link, the Harlech District Motor Club Facebook page link, not any of the spammy ones. There are some out there, so just don't click on them. That's number 59 is Jack Birch and Mike Jode. They're doing the mini challenge, and they're also part of the Forest and Dean Car Club. And car number 71, Kay Thomas and Reese Brooks, rallying since 2013. And Kay won their class in the ANWCC Championship, according to EWRC. Great off the start line there. very enthusiastic start. Oh, little wag from the Mini there. Back end just came out. Something you don't often see with the Mini. That's great to see they're having a great time. So that's Kay just going into the chicane for the first time, for her first time around the stage. Car number 61, that's Guy Butler again with James Coots in the navigator seat. Car number 72 is Wesley Guilford and Andrew Millington. It's Wesley's third season doing the Mini Championship. Late on the brakes there, which is great to see. He's really pushing it, and I believe he's in a bit of a battle with Owen, who's in car number 65. It's all happening there. Who's got the better exit speed? Ooh, 50's just kind of keeping them at bay. Oh, car number 70, a little bit of a hesitant start, but getting into the flow of things now. That's Jack Taylor and John Shepherd. Jack's first event ever. So all the nerves must be there, but it's great to see that they're coming into rally, and it's brilliant to see that there's new people getting licences and doing their bars licence and coming into rallying. That Mini was pretty hot into there, but great to see they've got round. Car number 73 off the start line, it's Tommy Meadows coming back to rallying after doing all the sensible adult stuff and getting the house finished. He got around there. Guy Butler has given him this car for this rally after a chat in Rally Finland. And he's got Laura sitting next to him as well, and she's a very experienced navigator. And what a great pairing, and fair play to them for both being in the car at the same time. Oh, goodness me, that was enthusiastic. Great to see. But yeah, Lauren and Tommy Meadows met in rallying. Car number 74, Robert Barnett and Andrew Napier did Harlech in 2017. Come back for more. Had the Citroen C1 for a number of years. That's number 56 again, coming round again. Massey Piggott. Car number 75 is Florence Butler. She did her first ever gravel event this year, and she's looking to get a good result for this one, but she wants to look after the car ready for the Cambrian Rally next rally that she's doing, which is only in 2 weeks' time. We've got a number of female drivers today, which is brilliant to see. Emma is also doing it in the juniors, and off we go for the Silverstone Rally School Micra in car number 76 with Peter Woodbridge and Michael Stanley. So Mike's got a lot of experience. He manages Silverstone Rally School, and they do a lot of driver training there as well for juniors and for seniors. But it's Peter's third ever rally, so he just wants to get this under his belt, get some experience. I think that's car number 67. That's David and Jan. Up on three wheels around the open hairpin right. Car number 68 is just going past. You can see it on your screens. That's Rhys Jones and Gareth Scruff Waters. It's got a few cameras out there today, as you can see. Just trying to give you more coverage and just give you a better idea of what's going on. So the juniors, the first of the juniors are just queuing up now, and we're looking to get a class win for, or a junior win for Mackenzie, who's just lining up on the start. Now, we've got to wait for all the seniors to come off the stage before the juniors can start. The juniors have got a little bit of a delay until they start, so we'll have to watch those guys later. But currently we're still looking at stage 2 of the Toyota Harlech Rally. Car number 69 has just gone past. That's Kevin Albert, and Graham Child is navigating for them. Only started last year, but he's done the Mini Championship all this year. I think they're at the Cambrian as well, actually, the Minis. Car number 71 has just sped past. Nice and neat line from the Mini there. Car number 60, Lauren Groves has just gone past as well, heading to the chicane again. Lock up a little bit. Car number 61 has just entered the chicane now. That's Guy Butler, who got a second in the Mini Cooper Championship last year. Car number 64 you can see on your screens. Car number 64 is Josh Jones and Charlie Law. Josh is usually in a Peugeot. Car number 72 is Wesley Guilford, and Andrew Millington is navigating for them, ticking off those splits as they go past to make sure they don't do too little, too many. It does happen from time to time. It's not going to be quite so chaotic because we're on the last few cars that are going around the stage now, so we had quite a bit of traffic earlier. And that's just part of the parcel when you come to a single venue with the splits. Just got to be aware of everyone around you. But this rally's been running for a number of years now, and it's interesting to see the competitors that you get. You get experienced people who've done it a number of times. We've got navigators like Ian who's done it 8 times before. If you guys are watching at home, what line would you take around that hairpin? Would you try and keep it tight? Would you get the back end hanging out, or would you take a smooth line? Remember, it's a very abrasive surface at Harlech, and it's dry today. Car number 58 is just gone past. 58 is Kai Evans, who works for Toyota Harlech. So he'll be working on his own car, and hopefully some of the team who work at the Toyota dealership are watching and supporting today. Just watch the course whiz past. I heard someone just miss a gear there. I'm not quite sure what car it is, so I won't dob them in. Car number 74. Got quite a lot of people today here in the service park supporting the drivers that are out there, and we've got some people doing it for the very first time and some that have done it 8 or 9 times. Just looks cloudy, but no rain so far. Car number 65 just picking his way through the chicane. 65 is Owen Kuehl and Matt Walk again. Still can't believe he drove here and he's driving back. But it's actually his first time doing the Harlech stages. And he's been with Matt Walk all year. And Matt said he's actually the Heart of England Championship coordinator. So not only can people get the points for the different championships, we've actually got coordinators competing in the rally cars today as well. Got Marshall doing the rally for the first time as well here today. The rally goes on to a lot later today, but we're going to keep watching throughout and try and get coverage of every single stage today. They'll all be available on the Facebook page. When I was looking very relaxed earlier, which is a good sign to have the clerk of the course looking so relaxed, everything was going as it should. Here is Mike navigating for Peter in the Silverstone Rally School car. They're doing their 3rd event ever. Just get into the flow of rallying. Those micros are up for hire from Silverstone, and they always look after them very well. Anthony from Sideways does a great job helping manage the fleet of micros that they have. They've got 1 litres and 1400 engines. They do a lot of driver training with juniors and seniors. Had a big overhaul at Silverstone Rally School on the stage and with all the facilities there, so check it out. So the Mini Championship are also supporting the Harlech Toyota Rally as well this year. That's car number 71 who's gone past. I was just trying to pick out the number. You guys can see it in better quality. I've got a huge screen in front of me, and that's car number 71, which is Kay Thompson and Reese Brooks. And Kay's been running since 2013. 2013 was 11 years ago. 69. Car number 69 is Kevin Albert and Graham Child. Car number 72, Wesley Guilford and Andrew Millington. 2013 seems like yesterday, but we've got Sarah Edwards who's running at the front. She's with Tom, who's running car number 2, and she's not rallied since 2019, 5 years ago, but she's making her comeback today. Now, I'm going to have a look at the timings shortly, but if you want to have a look yourself, have a look on rallylivetiming.info, and you can have a look on the stage times there. Let's see who we've got left. Now they've still got timings to come through actually for a number of cars, but I'll have a look in a minute. But the looks like the positions have changed quite significantly. The overall positions in this rally, which is really exciting, keeps us all interested and watching. And it's a full event. It's got a full grid of cars, and we've got all the juniors to look forward to as well. So once all the seniors have finished, we'll have a gap until the juniors start. Got Mackenzie sitting on the start line there. Car number 70 just coming up to us now. It's Jack Taylor and John Shepherd. John recently navigated the historic Rally Festival in a Quattro, and he's out in the Mini today, a little bit different, but they just want to get a finish today, and they're going to work on their competitive times as it's their first ever event in a rally, having done his bars test back in March. Jack did his bars test back in March, and they've been getting the car ready this year. Looks like they've gone on a slightly different rally to the rest of us. So we'll see if the blue Mini in the background will join us back. Oh no, I can see a car parked up there. Can you see what number he is? Can't quite see the number on my screen because it's really blown up. You guys might have seen, but I do hope they're okay. They might have to move them. Got 2 cars that we can see with numbers. Can see a nav or a driver on their mobile phone, maybe to somebody back at base to get some advice on how to get going again. Is that Robert Barnett, car number 74? No, it doesn't look like 2. It's not a place that you want to be so early in the rally on the side, as long as they're both all right.
Is it one of the juniors?
Yeah, I think it might be one of the juniors.
It's 112.
I believe that's actually a junior that didn't quite finish the first stage, maybe 112. Matty Franklin, it could be. These things do happen, unfortunately. I have to get an update later for you guys. I hope you're enjoying the coverage, and I hope you're looking forward to the rest of the stages for today. We're trying to give you as much coverage as we possibly can whilst the event is running, but I think there might be some sorting out to do before the next stage. Now, as I mentioned, we've got the Junior Championship, the Toyota Hilux stages for the Junior Formula 1000, and just having a look at the results. At the moment, we've got Riley and Victoria are leading, and then we've got Mackenzie, who's looking to win this event. They've got a 5-second gap, and then we've got another 5 seconds to third place, which is Charlie Matthewson. And then we've got George with Izzy Holman navigating. So George Fenner-Liato is in the Nissan Micra, and he is 4th. Then we've got in 5th place, we've got Henry, and we've got Callum is next to them. And there's a gap of 22 seconds to the start. Got Daniel in 6th. Fair play to Daniel, because he said he was going to work very hard today. And then we've got Kyle Green in 7th. Joshua Slaughter, who's looking to get a finish, having had some gearbox problems this season, but he wants to get a finish, and he's 8th overall. Zach Ferber is 9th overall is Zach Ferber, and then we've got Igo, Evans, Edwards, Tiger Edwards, and who's 10th. Then we've got Daniel Blackard, who is 11th. Emma is 12th. And we'll see if she's all okay after a little mess up in the first stage, but fingers crossed for this one. Really hope you guys are enjoying the Toyota Harlech stages in memory of Kevin Ephraim. And we hope that you are watching the right link, because a few spam ones out there, so just be careful. We're just waiting to hear. There's a little bit of a delay with the juniors, so we're just waiting to hear what is going to happen with that. But so far, it's been a very entertaining rally, especially to see them all catch each other on the splits. Always a bit nerve-wracking to watch. If anyone's watching at home and wants me to do a shout-out to anyone, please just drop a comment and I'll try my best to give you the shout-out. Please keep it nice and clean. That'd be good. We've had some very forgiving service crew saying a few things about their drivers, just to say to keep it home and keep it neat. We've got a few worried parents watching out there as well, making sure that their son or daughters are going to do a good job. But it's a very friendly rally. It's always a brilliant event to come to, the Harlech stages. Haven't done it 4 times myself, but it's one that I would love to do again, and it's good that people just keep coming back. So the next stage is stage 3. Oh, there is a safety marshal going out. What's going on here? I think potentially just to tidy everything up and just to check on those cars that are on the side of the road as well. Try and keep you updated with that. Very top heavy. So the next stage is stage 3, and that's also 9.25 miles. And that particular stage, we've got 3 splits again. We've got the narrow bridge is also on that, and it says caution fence is on the notes on the stage maps. I'm just having a quick look to see if I can instantly see if there's anything different, but again the navigators are just going to have to keep on it to make sure that they call the right splits. So what they're doing is taking out a section that's not too far away from the start, where they have to do a series of hairpins, hairpin left, hairpin right, and then back onto the stage, block that off, and they're just going to do a simple 90 right into hairpin left, and then back onto the stage with the 90 right. So they've got a slightly different section to the stage, still the same distance, but they've got to make sure they're ready for a new part that was not on stage 2. So they're going to have to keep the wits about them for that. You can get a little bit lax with stages that you keep doing over and over again, but you'll be ready for these changes. Yeah, they didn't do that bit in stage 1 or stage 2, so it will be a different bit for the drivers and the navigators to call out as well. Let's have a look and see if we've got an update and the overall timings as well now. Just waiting for the internet to catch up. Normally I use EWRC, but this Rally Live timing has been pretty helpful so far. There's been such a change in results. I just want to check with another member of the team before I have a look at him, because it's saying here that Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards are back into first position, which will be very exciting. Must have gained quite a lot of time in that stage. Looks like they have as well. Wow, that's a blinder of a stage. 11 minutes 27 seconds. And the person who's now in second, who's Tom Evans and Jack Morris, did 11:53. That is superb. Got Dan Humphreys is in third. The third last time as well, and they've now really done a proper test in that car. Still pretty new for them. And then we've got 4th overall is Richard Merriman and Sam Weller in the Darien. We've got Craig and Kevin, who are 5th overall in the Mark II Escort. 6th overall got Lee Halfpenny and Andrew Sankey. Yeah, that first stage time for Sarah and Tom was cracking. And then 7th overall got Tony Davis and Ellie Williams. They're in the Darien, they're 7th overall. And then we've got 8th overall is Alan Wellsby and Dan Parsons in the Ford Escort. 9th we've got Andrew Turner and Ross Green, and they're in the Mark II as well. And they're 9th overall. And then George Clark in the... Now I'm going to let the results... is in 10th. Well, fair play if it is accurate. But if you guys want to have a look for yourselves, please do. we're just waiting for the juniors. There's a bit of a hold up. We've got a safety car out on the stage, just waiting to see what's happening for the next stage, which will be stage 3. Let's have a quick look at what else we've got today. So we've got stage 3, which is 9.25 miles, and then we've got stage 4, which is actually, I think, the longest stage, which is 9.76 miles. Something to really get their teeth into. Stage 5 is actually 9.76 miles as well, and then stage 6 is 6.6. So getting that flow, getting it under their belts and making sure that they get as much seat time for those new competitors joining rallying. A lot of people from Autocross and Autograss, and got a carter out there as well today. So celeb spot, we've got Motorsport UK Academy navigator Robbie Sanford is competing, and he's looking to navigate for somebody on the Cambrian. So shout out, he asked me to say that because he needs to get some points for his championship. So if anyone's doing the Cambrian and he's a navigator, Robbie Sanford is your man. We've also got Tommy Meadows, who works with the WRC, doing a lot of their press and writing some brilliant articles for them, is out today as well with his other half, Laura, and they're out for the first time in a long time. They're in one of the minis. And then we've also got Matt Lloyd, who's back and out again after a bit of a break. Got told he'll never walk again, but he's out in a rally car. And we've got former ANWCC co-driver champion Sarah Edwards, who's back out after a break for 5 years. Her other half, Jamie's at home watching with baby Hannah, so I hope she's watching on Facebook. Hannah, if you are. Mommy's competing, which is nice to see her out again. I've got loads of other nice stories as well. I've got Ian Taylor, who's car number 9. He normally competes. He's been competing forever because he used to compete with my dad. So it was a while ago. But he's actually driving instead of navigating. So he's having to get his head round as a navigator to listen and do as he's told as opposed to bossing around the driver. So he said he's going to have to really try hard on that. He said to his navigator, James, tell me to listen. So that's good of him to be so ready to take that on board. And we've got lots of other very experienced navigators. We've got Ian Jones, who's in car number 3 with Steve North. He's done this event. Ian Jones has done it 8 times before, whereas Steve's actually only done 6 events. And Ian Jones talked Steve into doing it, so that's why they're doing this rally. And then we've got, say, a number of girl drivers this year. We've got Florence Butler, who's out, and she wants to get a finish under her belt and get her car ready to do the Cambrian as well. She's doing that in 2 weeks' time. Got Emma Brumfield, who has done 4 events now. She's got a family friend who's navigating. She's in the juniors, just waiting in this queue to go. And we've got plenty of points up to grabs as well. So in this rally, we've got the ANWCC Championship to get some results for. I know Dave Thomas is watching on the live feed. He's keenly getting all his reports ready for the website. He's always been such a big advocate for rallying and organising us all. We've got Mark James, who's directing our coverage today. We've got Chris Rawls out on the cameras, trying to get all the coverage, but there's just so much going on, trying to get the best bits for you guys watching at home. Got any comments or anything?
Would you like me to have a chat with you?
Oh yeah, I'm going to... Thank you, Mark's going to join me because I'm chatting away to you guys by myself. I don't normally do this, promise you. Don't ask my husband.
Hello.
Hello.
I did say, didn't I? If nothing's happening, I'll have a chat with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I've read quite a few of my notes now, but I was just saying we've got so many different stories going on in this event. It's pretty exciting, you know, this rally event in the depths of Wales, but you've got so much going on.
We have, and just to explain if anyone's watching and wondering what's going on, there has to be a break between the main field and the juniors. And so what's happened is, I think we saw the Land Rover heading into stage. There's potentially somebody stopped on the stage in a position, because obviously they haven't, you can still see there that the rescue services are all sat there. They're not concerned about anything. So I think it's just one of the recovery vehicles that's gone in to move a car. And then once that's off the stage, then the Land Rover will return, nice compact, you know, you're not worried about sort of, 10-mile forestry stages here. So you just need to get the Land Rover back out to its standby position, and then we're underway with the juniors. So that's the delay that we have, in case anyone's wondering.
And you can't mix the juniors with the seniors, and that's, I believe, pretty much across the board in motorsport. I know in karting you can't mix definitely not the cadets, but you can't mix the juniors with seniors. Got to keep them separate. And I think the youngest driver that we have out in the field today is Daniel. He's only 14. I mentioned earlier that time flies, but he was actually born in 2009, which is crazy. It's great to see that he's out on the stage. He's only in year 10, looking to iron out any imperfections with his driving. But he's looking to optimise his gear changes. Can you imagine that, rallying, but you don't actually drive on the road? I found it really weird because I used to kart, and then going onto the road when people are coming towards you the wrong way was really strange to get my head round.
It's been quite creative over the years, because you've had the likes of Tom Cave and people like that who did events in Estonia where you could drive drive at 14 in a rally, but not on the road. So Tom did events in Estonia and worked his way up. And then there was that whole kind of media circus thing where he took his road driving license the week before Rally GB, and Sky News had a satellite truck in his driveway, so that they no pressure on the young lad. You get back from your driving test, and Sky News are waiting to interview you live, because if you fail, are you doing what I think you're doing?
I was just cleaning my mic. I'm not used to these fancy mics, but I had the same thing. I did my first ever race for Mazda the same week as my driving test, which was an interesting one. So not quite with Sky News. Fair play, Tom. Obviously very successful, but that's what a fun story.
I'm just looking through some of the comments, actually. Steve Pugh is watching, waiting for Mackenzie to start the stage. Mackenzie being the grandson of my regular driver on BTRDA Forest Rallies, Nick Dobson. You never know who's watching. When we used to do this for another series, we would always say if we didn't know something, we would put it to the hive mind, and someone out there somewhere would know. So, for example, someone asked about the live stream link, and someone then came back and said it's rallylivetiming.info/livetiming/event/1001-208. 1001-208. But just if you go on to rallylivetiming.info, that'll give you the link to it. And who else did I just see?
And you said about Mackenzie, is the gentleman who's watching, is he into horses as well? Because Mackenzie's got 9 horses at home.
That's just greedy, isn't it?
That's what do you call 9? Oh, it's a herd, obviously.
Did you know Sean Ephraim Williams has messaged in? Good luck, everyone. Car 32 Damien Williams is Kev's brother-in-law. Did you know that?
I did not know.
There you go. I've got to say, your preparation is impressive. I never do this much preparation for commentary.
I just stalk everybody and try and make as many notes as possible. I like to try and get as much as I can on every person who's competing. Unfortunately, on EWRC, there is a few people with the same name, so I'm always a little bit worried that I've clicked onto the wrong person. But I'm lucky to know a few competitors out there today, having been up in North Wales for such a long time. But yeah, there's some lovely competitors, and it was good just to stand in the scrutineering queue yesterday and just chat to as many people as possible, because there's just so many stories to how people ended up doing these events.
Now, you see, some people would call that gossip. Other people would call it research.
I like to get a bit of both. It's nice to know what's going on.
There you go.
You do just hear some incredible stories. So there's a couple of drivers that were told that they wouldn't be able to walk again, or they've had open heart surgery, and they're here rallying. I mean, it's amazing.
So just have a look. In case you're wondering wondering what on earth is Mark doing there, I'm actually doing this bit. So I'm actually cutting between the pictures. So I'm sat about 5 feet away from Jade. Jade's got an enormous screen in front of her, which is much bigger than she actually needs. But I'm doing the technical bits, and then Jade is actually doing the talking. We are live in Llanbedr at the former RAF station at Llanbedr, and the Toyota Harlech stages. We're on stage 2. There is a pause. In case you're wondering, we've had the senior field through, and we're just now waiting, we think, for one car to be moved before we can get on with the juniors. And it's the first of the juniors that you can see currently on your screen who is waiting to start the stage. Shall I get rid of that really annoying box that's just popped up on our screen?
Yes, please. Yes, if you can get rid of that box.
I'll come back to you.
So the Harlech stage was my first ever rally that I ever did, actually. So from experience, I can say how much fun this event is. And I do remember it being extremely abrasive. I did my first time round here was actually in a Fiesta, but then the next 3 times that I did it was, actually no, once in an Evo 3, and then the next 2 times was in a Super Impreza. So that's what I'm still got now, and amazing good fun. You get such a variety of weather in Harlech, and they've had it at slightly different times of the year as well. So I've actually been here when it's been hot, which is imagine this place being hot. My tyres were shredding.
Mark puts his headphones back on. Hot here.
Honestly hot, yeah.
Wow.
Been here when it's been chucking it down. Oh, I navigated here once for my dad, and it was absolutely chucking it down. But yeah, come here again, and it's been sweltering hot.
Well, it's like any other RAF airfield. It's got to have wind, so it's got to be. So it's on a plain, very close to the sea in northwest Wales, and it is windy. We were here yesterday. If you were watching at the beginning of the live streams, you'll see a little drone shot that we took yesterday, just to get an idea of the geography of where we are. And it was a challenge just to get the drone to fly yesterday. So it's. I'm not going to tempt fate and talk about the
I
weather
was going to say
today.
it's definitely the worst.
But actually, do you know what? It's better than we thought at the beginning of the week, and I'll leave it at that.
To be fair, actually, I think they must have changed some of the stage furniture over the years to adapt to the wind, because in the past it has moved a little bit, but they've made every effort to make sure that the stages remain as they should be, because the wind does pick up so much. So you're just in such an open area. You said some really interesting things about the Falcon bombers as well. This part was designed to have the Falcon bombers during the Cold War
Tell you
era.
what, shall I run the video?
Yeah, it was really fascinating what
And
you
I'll-
got. I might
I'll-
as well. You guys put so much effort in to get that.
I'll show you this.
Yeah, please do.
This is the video that we did yesterday, so we put some titles on to say hello and welcome. This thing that you're seeing now is at the end of the main runway, and you've got these pads, which I was filming here years ago. Someone asked me to help out with a video all about the Canberra, which they had here as a target aircraft. Now you see those pads in the middle of shot where they've got the hay bales and things there. They were actually pads designed for Vulcan bombers. So in the Cold War, they would disperse the Vulcans all around the country, and Llanbeda would have had, we think, two, and they would have just sat here on standby on those pads, so they were just clear of the runway, and so the runway could carry on being used for normal. And then if they got the code word to go over the radio, they could just roll forward and they'd be on the runway, and they'd be airborne in 20 seconds or something. So it's all history of this place, which has had a long and varied past in aviation. When I was here, it was still an operational airfield, and they were supplying targets for Aberporth, which is further down Cardigan Bay, and that's where the ships and the missiles and things would be fired from. Ouch. To hit the targets that would launch from here.
That's amazing.
And that was only 15 years ago, 10,
So you get
15
all
years
this
ago.
culture and history from Mark James when he's doing all this. There you go.
Because I'm the old one. I'm the old boring one who comes up with these statistics.
I think it's really interesting.
So that's one of the stories about Llanbeda and the Vulcan pads. Now, is this activity? It does look like, doesn't it?
I think it looks potentially there's a change because they've just popped the stage map in,
Yeah.
which usually means something has happened and needs to be altered.
Tell you what, let me go find Wenner.
Yeah, you can ask.
I'll be back.
Find out what's happened there.
Also, are these accurate? Because that is a massive stage time change.
I don't know, actually. That should be accurate.
Yeah, that's great. Mark's just gone to have a little look just to see what's changed, because we can see a marshal here poking in the stage map, which usually means there is something that the navigator needs to be aware of to tell the driver when they're going round. There we go. So let's have a look who we've got. So the juniors that we've got today are a very competitive bunch. We've got Mackenzie, who's sitting on the start line. He's only in year 11. He does business studies, English and science. Born in 2009, leading the juniors. He's had a really consistent season. I can hear him revving up. No. I'm just trying to watch now. I've got a huge screen here, but you guys can see the detail of what's going on your tablets or phones back home. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Sorry there's been a bit of a gap. All these cars look so clean still. I guess they should really on a tarmac event like this, but it's nice to be looking after them. So we've got Mackenzie is car 101. Behind him we've got car 102, which is Charlie Matthewson. And behind we've got George Fenner-Liato. And then 104 is Riley Chester. And we've got Carl Green, Daniel Taylor, James Salter's son Joshua, and Igo Evans as well. And Henry, and then we've got Zach Ferber and Daniel Blackard. All gone. Then you sound like you've got some gospel scandal, Mark. You're back.
I've got scandal. I've got an update.
All gone.
Oops. Ow. It's chicane 13 has a problem, or rather there's a car at chicane 13 that's got a problem. So you were absolutely right when you saw the bit of paper being handed in. The juniors are being advised that chicane 13 isn't a chicane anymore. They've basically taken it out, so they will be taking that straight.
That is a long straight. I'm just looking at the stage map here. Can you see where 12 is there and 13? Yep. So you've got an end to left chicane, single chicane there, and then they'll be flat out all the way down. On the map, it looks like a hairpin left into hairpin right. So that is going to be a long old straight for them. Then they'll be in top gear, I think, carrying a lot of speed into that, so they're going to have to really watch their braking point.
There you go, the Land Rover's just driven past, so that was the recovery vehicle that went down. So all we know is that there's been an incident at stage 13. Obviously the rescue services didn't go down, but the car has been moved, and they are hoping to get back underway within the next 5 minutes. They just need to get people back into position and then brief all the juniors that there was a problem, and that junction 13, which was, as you said, a right-left chicane, is no more a right-left chicane, at least on this stage. And
that's going to be fun.
It'll then potentially be sorted out for the rest.
Those little cars be wringing their necks off down there.
Right, I'll go back to being a director again then, shall I?
Oh, it's been nice having a chat. Well, having a look at the results overall looks really exciting, actually, because it's been a massive shake-up. Now, I'm relying on the rallylivetiming.info, so I've pressed refresh many times because I'm just so impressed with that second stage time with Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards. They have really gone for it. I know that there was some changes to the car only on Friday. I think it was even a gearbox change, so it was a big one, so to fair play to them, just cracking on. And then we've got Tom Evans in second and Dan Humphries in third. So it's all to play for in the overall stage time. Just heard a car on the horn there, and I can hear the little junior car revving up with Mackenzie. Or was he just warming it up? Oh, it's just playing with me. All this excitement. Okay, the marshal's saying look at the countdown. That is a good sign to say that the rally's back underway. Mackenzie's had so much airtime because he's sitting there on the front. Mackenzie Snowden with Jonathan Turnbull, and they're about to kick off stage 2 for the juniors, and he's leading the junior championship at the moment, so he really wants to get a good result. And off they go in his Skoda Citigo, taking that left-hander. You've got to keep that adrenaline on your side and keep yourself focused with these big delays, so fair play that he's taking a great first corner and into the chicane, carrying all that speed into it as well. Planted on the exit. Great stuff, Mackenzie. I can hear the second junior on the start line, already positioned to go. And Charlie is away. He's got Ian Bass with plenty of experience sitting next to him. Zooming down that short straight before, you've got the right entry chicane. Third season of rallying for Charlie. Again, nice and neat. Got the Silverstone Rally School car with George Feneliato with Izzy Holman sitting next to him. And away they go. Only their second season of rallying. Really going for it on that first left-hander. I believe they were third on the last two events, locking up a little bit. Oh gosh, hot into that chicane. Taking no prisoners. Absolutely going for it. Windows going up for Riley. Second season of rallying. Won the first round at Snetterton, so trying to get some more podiums. And away he goes. Again, they just get into such good habits of carrying the speed in these cars. They've got controlled tyres, so they haven't got a lot of room to play with in that sense, but you can see they're getting some heat in quickly. Well done to Riley, that's great. 105 is Kyle Green, very tidy car. This is another Citigo Sport, all 1 litres. A little bit of wheel spin, and away he goes, second season of rallying, and he did do Harlech last year, so got some good reference points. Can't be too lax about it, just in case there are any changes. Brilliant through the chicane there, and a good exit. 106 is Daniel Taylor, only 16 years old, with Stuart Giltz on the maps. Now this is the driver who's got a local pub sponsoring them, and he can't even drink at a pub yet, so his service crew has to enjoy it for him, which I guess is only fair. Next up we've got Josh Slaughter waiting on the start line. Now he's had a bit of bad luck with gearboxes, so he's looking to get a good finish, and Josh is away. His dad also completes, James Slaughter. Again, just holding good pace through the first corner. Nice and neat through the chicane. He got a third overall in the juniors at the Lee Holland. Now, Igo Edwards, his second season of rallying, had 2 7th places. A still very young driver, remember, I'm sure I've met before. I think he came to Silverstone Rally School to get some driver training, and he did a great job, but again, they're just also young, having to drive rally cars instead of driving on the road. Windows down. Letting all that air flow through the car. Now he's got very experienced navigator next to him, but this is car number 109, Henry. It's his first season. Got a 4th overall in the Fairfield Merlin Junior stages, even though he's only done 5 events. Leaning on that back right tyre. Did do auto test though, having a chat to him yesterday. This is another competitor who does show jumping. So he's used to riding horses, but he does prefer the cars at the moment. Car number 110, Zach Ferber with Dylan Thomas. And away they go. So they've done 3 events. Got an 8th overall at the Melbourne Junior Rally. Obviously supported by the Carbon Positive company. Carefully picking the way through. I say that, probably most people have been careful for that chicane, but it's good to see that the juniors are being very mature going through there. 101 is coming back round for their second slot. That's Mackenzie actually. And we've just had Daniel off the start line there. Daniel is only 14 years old, really working on his driving and his gear changes, trying to iron out any imperfections is what he said. He also came to Silverstone Rally School for some driving, I'm pretty sure instructed him. So car 102 is coming round again, very tidy car for Charlie, and car 114 is just heading off the start line. Good to see that Emma is back for stage 2. This is her 4th ever event, and her dad's always competed and she fancies giving it a go. There's the Silverstone Rally School car go past with Izzy Holman, who's navigating, sitting next to George. Still very early on in their career. I don't think that he did any motorsport before he started rallying. Bit of a bump in the road there, that's not necessarily seen by any of the bigger cars. There's Tom and Sarah waiting to go again for stage 3. But let's see these juniors head round a little bit more. So it's 3 times round, they've got 3 splits. Says car 104 again. 104 is Riley Chester with Victoria Swallow sitting next to him. Said he's got to keep his foot flat. And it looks like that's what he's doing in the right places, of course. He's at college studying motorsport mechanics. Definitely the right thing to do if you're a rally driver. And Riley won the first round at Snetterton. So it's going to be a long stage for these juniors because it's over 9 miles this stage. And they've taken out them on the last chicanes as well. There's a City Coda zooming past. Kyle Green behind the wheel with Dilwyn John, who's navigating. And his son is actually in 109, so the navigator here has got a son in a different car. Because in the juniors, you can't have your parents sitting next to you navigating, which I wholly support, having navigated my dad, and he navigated for me once. It's good fun. But that's one of the rules in any case. Car 106 zooming down the back there. So Daniel Taylor is behind the wheel there. And as we've just said before that one of the chicanes has been taken out, so they're carrying a lot more speed around the back straight than they would have. Doing a great job, doing as much speed, fast driving they can in their little 1 litre cars. Learning how to carry speed. Ooh, a little bit of wind there, caught the camera. Car number 107, that's Josh Slaughter, with Ben Wilders navigating for them. Well done, Josh. He really wants to finish this rally, just wants to get a finish under his belt. Really going for it around there. Igo Edwards. Hitting the limiter I can hear from here in the office. All part of the learning curve, isn't it? And I guess really maximising everything out of these cars. Again, it's still super dry. So Igo Edwards I'm sure that his dad competes as well in forest rallying in the R5. His second season of rallying for him. Oh, they're looking very relaxed, the driver and navigator for car number 2. They're out of the car, so which means there's probably going to be a bit more of a gap, I would presume, after the juniors if they're both out the car. Really hanging on to that around there, fair play to them. And the junior, again, they're just not afraid, absolutely fearless, hanging on to them. No need to indicate, but one of those things that happens. Look at that. So car number 101 just coming down there, and that was Mackenzie again, who's trying to battle back to first. I believe they didn't quite get to first in the first stage, so he's going to want to pick up the pace even more. Car number 110, that's Zach again, with Dylan Thomas. Zach's done 3 events, and car 102, that's Charlie Matthewson. Really late on the brakes there, hot on the brakes, trying to keep it nice and smooth again through the chicane. They've just got so much space around there. Just picking the right line, isn't it? What line would you guys take? Here's a Silverstone Rally School car coming round again. George with Feneliato. Yeah, they're looking pretty relaxed at the start there. There must be a bit of a gap. Or maybe it's just got a bit of time till it starts. It's brilliant to watch them. They absolutely go for it. I know people say, oh, the juniors, got to wait for them. But they absolutely go for it. We're all young ones. We've all got to start. And it's great that they're getting in early so they can learn all there is to know. Well, obviously there's lots to learn, but they can learn mechanical sympathy, how to carry speed in these smaller cars, and work their way up. And hopefully have a nice long-lasting rally career. So the youngest driver we've got is 14 at the moment. And we've got a few people in the seniors in the main field who have just come from juniors, Florence Butler being one of them. It's just over 9 miles this stage. The first stage is only 6, so this one is longer. Stage 2 is full of chicanes. Just to keep it exciting. I hope you guys are watching the coverage at home and enjoying it. It says car 105. Mr. Green. You can tell there's a bump there somewhere, which you can't necessarily see in all the bigger cars. Be interesting to see the results after in the rallylivetiming.info to see where these guys and girls all end up. Car number 106 just coming down straight into the chicane again. So 106 is Daniel Taylor, born in 2008. studying. Oh wow, just caught the grass there, I think. Studying mechanics and further maths. Wow, clever bunch these juniors. Again hitting the limiter. 107. That's Josh Lauter. A little bit of a lock-up as well. So really wringing the neck of this car. Great to watch. Chris is just managing the cameras for us. Car number 108. Igo Edwards. I heard a limiter being hit again in that, so they must be really going to max out down this straight before the chicane. You can see the merges there, but they must be really carrying some speed. 109's just gone past. That's Henry Kimwell with Callum James navigating, and Henry's done auto tests since he was 14, so he has got some motorsport experience before he started rallying. And he's Des also competes in rallying as well. It's great to see them really pushing it through there. The Harlech Stages has had lots of similar features over the years, but it's always been so much fun. So car number 110, and that is Zach Ferber. He's done 3 events and got 8th overall in the Melbourne Junior Rally. And if it's the Dylan Thomas sitting next to him, it's Dylan. Dylan is very, very experienced, and his daughter Chloe is also a very good navigator as well. I think Dylan's potentially won the NWCC Championship as a navigator before. They're really carrying some speed in that back section of the stage as well. I'm sorry, from this view it looked like that Mini was going somewhere different, but it wasn't. They were just going around the stage. My fault there. But it's a really interesting looking stage if you have a look in the maps. Plenty of bus stops and chicanes and hairpins. It's all about getting the right entries and the right break points. Sounds a bit obvious, but it's just big flat space here, so it's making sure you get it right. I can hear another junior on the limiter going around the stage. It's not long until we start stage 3, and we're going to keep covering each one of the stages for you today, so you can keep an eye on Facebook, share the link so everyone can have a look on the stages, or you can watch it later. So each stage is going to be filmed individually, so you don't have to trawl through one big live stream, and you can take your pick which ones you want to watch. Hope everyone's doing well at home. We are going to come back to you for stage 3, and I look forward to showing some more live action at the Toyota Harlech Stages in memory of Kevin Ephraim.